Dynamic directions, building a better life and practice for you. D2.
Welcome to the Dynamic Directions Results Series. We're so excited you could join us today, and you can hear about the journey that some of our advisors have been on, where they started off on maybe an ordinary path, but ordinary no longer. These advisors are generating extraordinary results and living the life outside of their practice the way they want. You're going to hear about their challenges, the way they overcome their challenges, but more importantly, you're going to hear their story. So sit back and relax and enjoy the ride.
Dynamic directions, building a better life and practice for you.
Our next advisor is from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. He has been on a very holistic, transformational journey. Not only has he driven big results in his practice by increasing his average financial planning fee, his GDC, by really valuing the advice he provides, he's also got more involved in his community, raising funds for the local community college. He's involved with his church. He's out helping people every day, not just in his financial planning practice, but just all those that he truly cares about. His transformation is also extended to his health. This advisor has lost 30 pounds and has kept it off. He's fit, he's trim, he's full of energy. And you know what he's carrying? It's what he calls his game face. I want you to meet my friend, Steve Felton.
My name is Steve Felton. I am a senior financial advisor from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I feel like I was at a very dark place before I started with D2. I'd had the loss of a brother-in-law I was very close to cancer, and was going through the grieving process personally. And the beginning of the year, I just felt like I had to make a change. I was at a town hall meeting, and one of my buddies was there, and he had this big smile on his face. I've known him a long time, and I went up to him and I said, "Why are you smiling?" And he pointed over to John Randall, and he says, "He's changed my life." And I went, well, maybe I need some of that too. I was tired of trying to figure out what was the next thing to deal with. And I knew there was somebody out there that had more experience, and I wanted to connect with a group of people who were as passionate about financial planning as I am. And I was tired of being alone. I was tired of doing it on my own. It gets old after a while when, you know, things keep changing, you can't have no control of what's going on in the markets, and it was a mindset. You know, I was going to do this, and I went home that night and I said, this isn't going to work. They're not going to buy this. It's June. People are not going to want to hear about something new in June. And John says, get them on the phone, get them in the office, tell them it can't wait. They started coming in. I got through with my first week, and I was having my call with John, and John said, how many commitments did you get this week? And I said, 8. He said, well, how many did you get? And I said, over 40,000. He said, how many fees did you do last year on your 43 people? 40,000? He says, well, how does it make you feel? And of course, I'm emotional. I said, well, apparently people want more of me, and I just wasn't willing to accept it. And I think it was the fear of rejection. And that was 8 people out of, and I still had 34 people to talk to. He says, well, what are you going to do with the rest of the month? I said, well, I don't know, but I'm on a roll, so let's just keep going. And after that first week, it was like, so I get to the end of the month, and I had tripled my commitments from my top people in a month. And he says, how do you feel? And I said, I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I got a lot of thinking to do. I got a lot of stuff to get in place. And I had this renewed fire under me going, wow. Well, I don't think you're going to have an average summer after all, are you, Steve? And it was embracing this dynamic directions relationship. They took an interest in me. They weren't trying to sell me something. They weren't trying to throw something down my throat. They wanted to help me be a better person. They wanted me to be bullish on life. And I thought, what in the world does bullish on life mean? Travis talks about bullish on life. I know what bullish on life is now, and it is awesome. Everybody doesn't like change. I hate change. especially when you're not prepared for it. And I said, ladies, we've got to do this. If we're going to keep working with our clients and we want to outshine the rest of the competition, we're not like everybody, and we've got to do this. So once they started seeing the benefits of what was happening, they were getting excited too, and they engaged, they accepted it. And I gave them 2 bonuses in June, which I couldn't do for a couple of years. And it was because they came and rallied behind me, and I said, girls, I'm doing this. I need your help. Our clients need us. And so they did it. You know, when your clients are coming in saying, I see the biggest difference in you, and it's like, I'm going to a new level. I'm ready. You know, I'm ready to do it. After 25 years in this business, in the last 4 months, I've had people unsolicited that have known me for years coming up to me saying, you look happier than you have looked in a long time. You look charged up. What have you done? But these people, they work right side by side with you, and they just explain to you and make you focus on, look, you got to change this behavior, but you're the only one who can do it. If you don't want to change your behavior, you're not going to change your behavior. But if you want to change and you're tired of being beat up, I'm telling you, you have got to sit down with these people and let them shake you up a little bit. You don't know what game face is, you'll find out what game face is working with dynamic directions. I can tell you that. It's all about the way you carry yourself. And I'm standing taller. I'm creating lighthouses with my clients. I've told them that. We're going to go out and shine. We're rising above it all. We're going to get empowered with knowledge, and we're doing it. And it's unbelievable to be able to sit there and say, join the party, let's go. Get online, get on board. You know, we're going to conquer. And it's fabulous. I am starting a whole new chapter. 25 years in August with the same company. You know, started out 23 years old, and we had a client appreciation event for my anniversary party. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the next 25. Get ready, they're going to be better than the first. We've only just begun. And that's my outlook. Nobody changes on their own. You've got to be receptive. If you don't like where you are right now, and I didn't like where I was, it was time for a change. So you have to embrace it, and you experience it. It had been dark, and it had been sad. A lot of loss. And I felt like that I was coming out of that tunnel. And I was ready to shine like a bright star. And if I can do this, anybody in this organization, because where we are today versus where we used to be, I mean, we're the real deal. You want to be the real deal and you're not in the real deal? Get in the real deal. Dynamic Directions is the real deal.
Dynamic Directions.